Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. So welcome to what I think will be my final video on Role Ranked. And there is another topic in here, which is Diamond plus MMR and stuff like that. But yeah, for the past, I don't know, what, 6 to 8 months, we've made numerous videos on Role Ranked, you know, my distaste of it, what's bad about it, all that type of thing. And this does seem to be the closing chapter of that story. So what I will say, before we get into, you know, everything, I just want to say my dislike for Role Ranked has never ever been a dislike for the developers of the game. I understand that Riot has to make changes in order to adapt and make the game better, but sometimes change isn't always good. You know, there's the saying that, you know, oh, accept change, and, you know, change is good, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes you are moving backward, not forward, or you're changing the game's direction in a way that the player base doesn't want. And I think that's been now a couple times. Season 6 Dynamic Queue, and now we had Role Ranked, and both of them have failed and got reverted. And I will say props to Riot, however, for reverting Role Ranked quicker than they did in Season 6. The reason why I think they did that is because they probably lost quite a lot of players in Season 6 by waiting a year to revert it. But anyway, what we're going to be doing in this is a kind of reaction. We're going to read through it, we're going to do a reaction, and we're going to say what do I think could be better moving forward for the change of the game. And what I will say to you guys in the comment section below, feel free to leave your feedback. Did you like Role Ranked? Are you going to miss it? Are you glad it's gone? Are you on one of the servers that tried it? How did it go for you? And I want to also make something very clear, which even might be mentioned here. And I'll say I have not read this fully myself. We're going to digest it together. But it might have been in a past Reddit thread or a Twitter tweet that Sap Magic himself did. A lot of people may blame like Reddit or content creators for this going away if you are somebody that did like it. Just to make it clear, it was not all of that why it's going away. The player base in general disliked it. The amount of feedback that I've seen from people that's like, I've just stopped playing ranked until they get rid of it, is true. Like that's not a Reddit thing. That's not a YouTuber thing. People have just stopped playing because of this system, because it's just, there's so many issues with it. And again, I will say there are some positives, but there are just more negatives. And I think ultimately that's why it's gone. I don't think it's gone because it's just change and people don't want to adapt. I really don't think that is, because if that was true, then the game would still be back like it was in Season 1. League of Legends has changed dramatically, and the player base has always accepted good change. But when bad change comes around, the player base reacts. So anyway, let's get into the first paragraph, which is the TLDR, and we'll go into piece by piece what the other sections are. So, we're happy with some of the rank changes, like placement rework and the positional matchmaking, as an improvement in several areas. However, the reception of positional ranks hasn't been as positive, so we're discontinuing the global rollout and ending the positional rank preview in Korea and North America on March 13th. So what that means, just very quick, Role Ranked is dead. It's ending on the 2 servers it trialed on, Korea and North America, and it is not coming to any other server. It is officially dead. Also, we are also concluded our investigation in Diamond Plus matchmaking and ranked issues. To fix them, we'll be setting all Master Plus players at Master 0 LP and demoting Diamond players by 1 division, floored at Diamond 4 by late March. So, I've been complaining about Diamond for a long time, at least the past few weeks. Basically, what happened was Riot mucked up the early MMR, which allowed people to climb no matter really what their win rate was. You could have a 35-40% win rate and you'd still be climbing in Diamond in the early season. And what that did was make, you know, Platinum players from last season get to Diamond 1 or get to Master with a 40% win rate. And obviously that's going to be very unhealthy for the game in general. I've encountered quite a lot of them. And it's not fun. You know, whichever team has one of those players, you're basically guaranteeing the loss. Because what's happening now that everybody's kind of getting to their rating properly, all these, like, abuse cases LP people aren't as good. And they're just feeding a lot of the time, which is unfortunate. But hopefully this may do a little bit of fix. But I say it's not a great fix. I don't think, like, this is the type of thing that no matter what Riot did, I don't think they were going to have a great outcome because they just made a mistake in the early season. Because what's annoying is someone like myself, I have played around just under 100 games this season. I didn't play a lot in the early season. I didn't abuse the LP gains. I have been climbing now with the hard LP gains. So in Diamond, what they tried to do as a fix was actually make the LP gains terrible. So you'd be gaining 15, losing 21. I've been playing that with the last couple of weeks and still maintaining Diamond 2, high Diamond 2. So I very much belong in my rating. I've got a 57% overall win rate, yet I'm getting punished because of their mistake. So that is a little bit annoying, but I'll be honest, I kind of, I'm fine with it if it fixes issues. And what I will say, and I really do hope, when they do this and it all gets kind of reverted and changed, I hope the LP gains go back to normal, because if they demote me down to Diamond 3 and I'm still gaining 15, losing 21, even though I've got a 57% overall win rate, then I'll be a little bit annoyed. But I'm hoping if they do this, then they will, give us proper LP gains again. That's the hope. So again, no matter what they did, because, there's been the whole reset ranked issue, again, this is where sometimes the community latches onto things they shouldn't. I've seen people in gold say they need to reset ranked. Again, these MMR things didn't affect anywhere else apart from Diamond Plus. That's it. If you're somebody that thinks you got affected and you're in lower rating than that, you didn't. It's simply a Diamond Plus mistake that they made. And also there were server transfers, but I'm not sure if they're going to even mention it here. But anyway, let's go into it more. So what's working? So they're saying... so far, many players seem to be enjoying the placement rework. I agree, that's really good. Again, I felt sorry for people that had to do 40 placement games, but anyway. We're also excited to see what we can do with splits. We think rewards that unlock and rank up in real time have a tons of promise. Yeah, the rewards are cool. Again, if the only split reward for a season for split 1 is that little badge upgrade, that's not really a reward, I will say, but anyway. On the matchmaking side, we're happy with how positional matchmaking, not to be confused with positional ranks, is working. Queue times have improved for players, and off-position win rates have gone up. On top of that, primary position rates have improved, and in many cases, auto rates have gone down. Just to kind of, again, chip in on this as what this video is about. So they did two things this season differently. They obviously implemented the separate ranks for every single position, and in order for that to work, you as an individual are queued up in different ratings depending what role you're in. They're keeping, from what my understanding, the balance of your roles. So if you're a platinum top laner and a diamond mid laner, and the game kind of knows that, you, when you're given top, will be in a platinum game, not a diamond game. However, it'll now go to just one rank. Again, there is argument for some abuse cases here, climb pretty high with your main role, but if you're somebody that's good as a second role, well, if you go then to your top lane and you're in Diamond 1, you could then get platinum games in top, you could then get master playing your off role. I don't know, it's a bit confusing if they're going to keep positional matchmaking and not positional ranks. I thought they'd kind of both go away, but apparently it's not. Furthermore, they do say that they've improved certain things when it comes to, secondary roles. I have seen, I would say, some improvement in maybe the past week, but the early season was absolutely terrible. So as everybody knows, I'm main mid, and I have top as my secondary. There was a time in the season, I played maybe 70 games, and I had more top lane games than mid lane, even though I queued up as mid more than top. So I would say it has improved for the past week, I've noticed, but not considerably, a little bit. So them claiming that it's a big improvement, no, maybe high ratings different, but not big. So they say with some other of our changes, it'll take more time before we know whether we need to make additional tweaks. Specifically, we're interested in your feedback on split rewards, content, borders, etc. Yeah, to me, the rewards need to be more than just a little badge of your ranked thing. Again, the ultimate reward, I think, for most people would be a skin of some kind of a champion they enjoy. I know Riot's a free-to-play game and giving out free stuff is always, hitting their bottom line. But I'm very surprised that they haven't done some type of, your most played champion this season was X, have a skin, like a diamond Gangplank skin. It's literally a diamond Gangplank skin. You got diamond. Gangplank was your most played champion, have a diamond Gangplank skin. I know that would be a lot of work, but that would be amazing, but I doubt that's going to be a thing. positional ranks. So this is the thing that is going away. With positional ranks, we decided to run a preview on North America and Korea as a way to gather feedback and iterate on the feature rolling out more broadly. 6 weeks into the season, after numerous bug fixes and tweaks, a significant number of you are still frustrated with the grindness, low satisfaction of off positions, and teammates not taking off games seriously enough. Yeah, that's not just on social media either. So this is the point that I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video. This was not just a YouTuber Reddit issue. So we're constantly polling players to understand what they like and don't like about League. Since positional ranks launch, we've seen a dramatic negative shift by 20 to 30% in satisfaction with the feature in both North America. Damn, that's a big shift. So yeah, people have been hating it, man. Again, I saw that poll that Korea did. There's some second, like, not a company that's affiliated with Riot did a poll in Korea. A lot of people put feedback into it, and it was overwhelmingly negative. But anyway, after reviewing your feedback, we regrouped and considered all the changes we can make to improve the system. Ultimately, we didn't feel like we can make positional ranks the experience you deserve by tweaking LP splashes or making changes to promotion series. Many of you simply aren't happy with the core trade-offs of the system. Good. Since the beginning, we vowed to develop this feature with you and promised we would roll it out, roll back if you weren't enjoying it. We stand by that promise. So I'll say, again, thank you to Riot to revert it when a lot of players did not enjoy it. And here's the thing that I want to mention to people. When it comes to change, dramatic change, that you're going to be changing how people play their video game, to me, it has to be overwhelmingly positive, not anything negative. Like, even if 10% of your player base absolutely detests the change, no matter what you're going to do, they detest it, to me, that is not a successful change. Because the old system worked for everybody. How do we know it worked for everybody? Because people played. You know, people weren't quitting because of it. People would quit because of the new system. Again, I've seen countless people say that they've stopped playing because of it. You know, ranked specifically. So I've become an ARAM player now. So again, congrats to Riot for being honestly a good developer, listening to the player base and reacting upon it. And obviously the biggest reaction, I will say, it's not just like us making videos or even social media at all. It'll be how many people are playing, how many people are stopping playing. Riot potentially have probably seen a downshift on those servers of people playing. And that is the scariest thing to a game developer, is when people are literally stopping playing because of the change you're making. So yeah, here's how the rollback will work. So again, if you're in North America, like, you know, what's going to happen to my highest rank or my lowest rank? Your highest position rank becomes your new rank. So there you go. Your keeper rewards and all promotion helper benefits carry over. So those are the three things. Again, it'll be kind of mean if they're like, you're going to get your lowest rank. So yeah, so you're Platinum 2 on mid lane and everything else, you're Platinum 4. You're now going to be Platinum 2. That's your only rank. Yay. Good. Even though we're ending the positional rank preview, we made a ton of improvements to matchmaking in the process of building the feature, like faster queue times and higher primary position rank rates. We'll be keeping. I'm going to be honest again, sometimes Riot make changes when I don't even think it's the change that should be happening. So I want you guys in the comment section to answer a question of mine, right? Who wants faster queue times? Because I literally don't care about them. Again, I'm in higher rating. Queue times can be longer. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't care. I honestly don't. The only people that I would see caring that a lot about higher queue times are the people that play 15 games a day. When, honestly, you probably shouldn't be helping those people play a lot of games a day. You should be slowing them down if you're like a developer that is all about like mental health and helping people get through stuff. So I don't care about faster queue times at all. Like, I said one thing, that the only way that you would make positional rank to work, the only way is if you got rid of autofill. Full stop. If you got rid of that, then everybody would be on a roll that they're queuing up for all the time. Another way, obviously, would be only make people queue up as one role, but then again, that would be very bad for the player base. You're kind of streamlining a one-trick community. That would be bad. But you'd get rid of autofill. And Riot came out and said, we can't get rid of that because of queue times. But I don't care about queue time. I really don't. Like, I've never been asked a question. I've never seen a poll on League or on Reddit, like, you know, when people, like, screenshot a poll that Riot's given. I've never, ever seen someone go, like, a poll saying, do you care about longer queue times? I'd be like, nope. I'm okay with longer queue times. I don't need a 2-second queue time. Like, it really isn't an issue to me. So whenever I see Riot kind of boasting about, we've reduced queue times, who asked for that? Who cares? I don't care. I care about match quality. I don't care about quick queue times. And when you're getting quick queue times, to me, that must mean you're using autofill to force people in roles that they don't play. That will be forcing match quality to go down as well. Or if you're forcing people to play their secondary role more than their primary role, again, match quality is going to suffer because you care about queue times. That doesn't make... I don't get it. Like, I really don't. I think they're on the wrong priority here. Match quality should be over queue time, in my opinion. So this is now for me, and I guess a lot of people, you know, you guys, a lot of you won't be affected by this, but I am. We're also seeing a number of matchmaking issues affecting Diamond players and above. Some of this is expected since we rebalanced the top tiers, but there is some legitimate issues we need to fix as well. There are two in particular we need to address. First, adding Iron and Grandmaster tiers introduced a bug that allowed a non-trivial number of players, up to 155 on one server, to get Grandmaster despite having a win rate below 40%. I've seen them. They've been in my games. Another bug allowed some Diamond players to climb on higher ranks that they should have been able to. Yeah, again, I've shown examples. You know, I did a tweet. Let's find the tweet. I'll be honest. I was a bit salty. But here we go. A solo queue tale of Season 9. Ready? So this was a player I came across. He was Season 8 Platinum. He went to Grandmaster 360 LP. You can see he's slowly going down. And then he's got a 43% win rate, ladies and gentlemen. He was in my game. We lost because of him. He fed like crazy. That's the point. It's just nuts. Literally nuts. So yeah, if this fixes it, great. Because the game quality has been poop. It's basically whoever has the boost, like not boosted, whoever has the person that abused the early LP loses the game. It's that simple. In both cases, we fixed the underlying issues that let players get to higher ranks than they should have, but now players feel stuck since they're losing more LP than they gained while their rank recalibrates. See, I kind of disagree with that because of the basic concept that I'm on a 57% win rate and I'm getting affected by this. So what do you mean recalibrate? My win rate says I should be higher rating than I currently am, yet I'm getting punished with the LP system. That doesn't make sense. That literally does not make sense. If someone like that guy, the 40% win rate person, was having a lot of negative LP, that makes sense. Not me, not with a 57% win rate. That makes no sense. But anyway... so yeah, the top of the ladder feels less legitimate due to the lingering buzz. Yeah, when you see someone in your game with a 40% win rate in Diamond 1, you're like, well, this game's going to be terrible. It takes away from the quality 100%, so that's good. Given enough time, Decay and normal play would get these players back to where they belong, but that would take several months or longer for that to happen. Because again, remember, these players who abuse the system, they know they don't belong, so what they're doing is they're delaying how much they play. Someone in Diamond 1 could play one game every 30 days, and by the end of the season... have basically Diamond 1 rewards. Imagine if they stopped playing at Master, for example, and then they play one game. I think Master decays every 10 days, but then Diamond decay is every 30 days, okay? That person plays one game a month of ranked. They maybe get another ranked account. And then what? A LoL season lasts 10 months, and they don't get decayed. Yeah, maybe they lose most of their games that they play. Maybe they'll win some. They might finish the end of Season 9 by playing one game every 30 days in Diamond 1 if Riot don't do anything. So I think that is part of the reason that Riot are kind of doing a big, like, well, not a reset, like, not a big reset, but a little reset. But yeah, just to give that example, because those players will be existing. So they'll go back, blah, blah, blah. So instead of leaving the ladder in its current state for a large chunk of the season, we're going to perform a partial ladder reset in all regions in late March for players in Diamond and above. While we're currently targeting late March, we need to thoroughly test our approach, or we could risk introducing new problems. Once we have a firm date, or we need to adjust the timing, we'll share the details with you. So here's how the reset will work. Master, Grandmaster, and Challenger players will become Master 0p. So again, for people that legitimately got there, I imagine that's quite frustrating, but I reckon a lot of us will kind of go, if it fixes the problems, then so be it. Diamond players will be demoted 1 division, floored at Diamond 4. These demotions will improve, but not completely fix LP gains for players who got higher ranks than they should have. Again, still, I disagree with this completely. I've got a positive win rate. I'm getting negative LP gains. That makes no sense. I did not play 200 games in the first couple of weeks to abuse the LP. I played maybe 20, 30 games at the most. I might have just got back into Diamond by the time that they got the LP gains fixed. Like, it's mind-baffling to me that someone like me can get punished for this, but whatever. You'll keep your rewards, but they'll match your new rank, and Grandmaster and Challenger will be temporary locked. So they'll have a 1-week lock, and then they'll unlock it again. So yeah, again, I am probably going to contact Ed specifically about, you know, people like me who did climb legitimately in Diamond, who are getting punished right now, and it kind of feels unfair, if I'm honest, that I'm getting punished because of their own mistakes, and players that abused it, I didn't. That is demoralizing, and again, the reason why I don't think Riot have done a proper reset is because people would quit the game. Yeah, this is, again, it's a change, and they did need to fix it, but it's a change that people aren't going to be happy with, because, again, it's not our fault. It was Riot's mistake, and to me, there doesn't really seem much compensation about this, and there isn't really much thought to the people that is getting negatively affected. Like, I've got no sympathy for the people that abused it. Like, you know, the example that we gave. Got no sympathy for this guy. He abused the system, clearly. But for players like me that did climb legitimately, I've got a positive win rate. I've been getting negative LP gains for the past 2 weeks, even though I'm supposed to be there. I'm now getting demoted at a division. That kind of feels a little bit scumbag. Like, the way that I would love to do it, and this could potentially be a fix, why don't you only do a negative reaction to people with a negative win rate? So yeah, demote people down a division in Diamond who have got a 49% win rate or lower. Why is that not a thing? Because those are the people that shouldn't be there. Someone like me with a 57% win rate, I should. So again, I might tweet that to Ed and just kind of ask and see what he says. But yeah, so overall, I'll say hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is the closing chapter on Role Ranked. We probably will never talk about it again, unless Riot try to do it again. I'll say, with speaking to Ed and just seeing the general guy, I don't think he will. I think he genuinely is a good game designer that, yeah, a little bit misguided with doing Role Ranked, even though the initial feedback was very bad. I think he is all about the player, and again, that's why they're reverting it so quickly. If you look at Season 6, I'm guessing someone else is in charge because they left it a whole year. Whoever liked the Dynamic Queue, I think, liked it a bit too much and was like, the player base is wrong, Dynamic Queue is the best, and then a lot of people left the game. So yeah, I think Ed is the right person to have in charge. A lot of the changes he's doing is good. My only caveat, and I might have said it earlier in the video, with moving forward with change in League of Legends, when you're announcing something, which they are doing, they do good on that, by the way, they announce the changes they're going to make, listen to the feedback. Don't be like, oh, the player base doesn't like it, oh, they don't like it because it's just changed. No, sometimes the player base legitimately just doesn't like something, and that's okay. So yeah, that's my biggest thing. So let me know what you guys think of the whole situation down below. Do you think it's fair that everybody in Diamond is getting demoted even though they didn't abuse it? Do you think it's a good thing? Again, here's my point that I will say, because I know I belong and I've got that positive win rate, I'm not too annoyed. I'm annoyed because I shouldn't be getting punished, but I'm confident that I'll just climb again. You know, like, I belong here, so I can climb. I've got that positive win rate. The people that abused it, you know, if you're somebody, and again, I guess we'll open up the floor. If you are somebody that did the early abuse case, are you annoyed? Like, do you think you belong with a negative win rate? Like, again, it probably not. I don't think anybody will be under that delusion, but still. The one thing that I'll say Riot did not address, I don't think, is server transfers, or did they? They might have, but again, I can't really remember, maybe. But yeah, that's going to be it. Like, subscribe, comment down below. I'm really interested to see what you guys think. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.